Good morning, pilgrims. It is day 10 on the Camino Francés in reverse, day 41, I believe, from Sevilla to Santiago to Rome. And today, oh my God, everybody woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning, my entire dorm. And I just laid in there in bed, contemplating my choices in life until 7 o'clock. Had breakfast at the bar across the street. I went for the Napolitana and a café con leche. And it's a cold morning, but as we know, it's gonna warm up. Today, we have a 24-kilometer day to Ponferrada. After that 31 point something, 32 that we did yesterday, today's gonna be much shorter. We're going to Ponferrada, man, another beautiful town. I started the Camino Francés in 2021 from there, right after Spain opened up after the pandemic. So, I love that town, yes. And then the day after, we start the climb. It won't be as bad as I thought because I'm splitting it into 2 days. So it will be 2 days of climbing, about 300-400 meters each. So it would actually be short days, which is nice. I'm not taking any rest days on this leg of the trip on the entire Camino Francés. At least I don't have them planned. I just decided to do short stages and continue on walking. But then again, things can always change. Look at this ghostly town right now. Where are all the pilgrims? Are they waking up? Did they leave already? Who knows? All I know is that I need to take out some cash, and both Unicaja and BBVA will not give me any money unless I accept their high conversion rate, which I decline, and they decline the transaction. So I guess I'll try it again in Ponferrada this afternoon. They want to butcher us, man. Never mind, found this ATM here, and he gave me the money. He gave it all in 50 euro bills, which is, it's gonna be tricky now to get it all changed. But if the ATM charges you a fee, for example, this one charged me 450 plus the 5 that I'm gonna get charged at home, then they give you the money. Still decline the conversion rate because they will kill you. They will butcher you. And when it asks you, do you want it in dollars or euros? Always choose euros. Let your bank decide what the fee will be. There you are. Good morning. What a climb out of town, 75 meters of elevation gain, just good enough to get the engine started. Oh my God, what a climb. And I don't know if you can tell, but we have entered the wine region of El Bierzo. Yes, I remember this section right here. There's a very iconic vineyard that most people take pictures of. And I have as well. And now leaving this area, I have an option. As always, we got a split in the road. We can do the alternative route that goes through the vineyards to this little town where there's really not much to it, and then go back to the road, which is the route that the official Camino follows. The alternative is like a kilometer longer, but it is gorgeous. But I've seen it many times. So I think I'm going to stick to the official one just to get out of here as fast as possible. Nah, I'm just kidding. Just give it a try. I haven't done that one since 2017, so I'm gonna go for it. What a beautiful landscape, and it's so quiet and peaceful, as it always is when you start the Camino. Early in the morning, everybody's heading the other way, so I have this whole section until I hit the people that are starting from the towns up ahead. Nice. It's incredible how quickly the landscape can change. Yes, sir. Yesterday I was in the mountains, and today, well, here we are. Oh man, it's been a pleasant walk, walking next to this busy road with little to no shoulder, but I had a great company of a local on a morning jog, and he gave me the whole history of the area. He told me about the Camino de Invierno, which you can see way out there in the distance in those mountains, and he told me that I definitely have to check out the ruins that are up here. It's like a kilometer away. So that kilometer I save by not taking that alternative, I'm gonna use it on this one, because he says there are some Celtic ruins of the people that founded Cacabelos, and that not to be missed. And I get a bird's eye view up there of the vineyards on both sides. So let's do it. Is it worth it to come up here? Well, if you're gonna do it for the ruins, I say don't do it. The ruins are being overtaken by nature, so all you get to see is a little bit of the wall. But if you wanna enjoy the views, the panorama, oh, it is gorgeous. I can see Ponferrada on this side. On the other side, I can see as far probably as Ocebreiro. I can see all the mountains. Oh man, incredible views. And with this weather, clear blue skies, it was quite the climb. Maybe for you it would be the descent, so I don't know, maybe that's why people don't come this way. But it was good to break out the day, make the day extra long, of course. Is the juice worth the squeeze? I mean, you tell me. Check out the view of Cacabelos down below. Oh, baby. Now, coming down from the ruins, which for you will be the climb, is gonna take place on this backcountry road, this paved road, with a much agreeable slope than what I had to face on the other side. So for you, it will be the descent. And yeah, man, the views are incredible. And that's the second side quest trip that I do on the Camino. I did one yesterday. I did this one today. I'm doing it all for you guys so that you get to see what it's like. I have two more off the top of my head that I have planned. The next one will be the Roman road after León, from Mansilla de las Mulas. It goes to Sahagún, the halfway point of the Camino. I've always wanted to do that Roman road, and then again, never done it before. And the other one is from Santo Domingo de la Calzada. There's a variation there, a variant that takes you to a couple of monasteries where I think the first words in Spanish were written down. Always wanted to do that one as well. I think I'm gonna do it on this trip. Yes, sir. It's gonna be the trip with all the side trails, with all the blue blazers, like on the Appalachian Trail, and which in this case, I'm following the blue blazers back, the blue arrows. All right, it is time to take off my my fleece jacket and probably have my mid-morning snack in Cacabelos. I wasn't expecting this morning. Whenever the locals tell you to do something, you do it, you don't question it. Well, look at me. It's 11 in the morning and I'm still here in Cacabelos. I've only done 11 kilometers out of 20 something, 22, 23, 24. I got to visit the church for the first time, never been inside, and I enjoyed a café con leche right across the street. All right, let's enjoy the vineyards while they last. Here I am walking by the vineyards. The sun is starting to kick already. Well, the temperature is like 15 degrees Celsius right now. And I was just enjoying the view and I see those mountains with the snow peaks. And I started wondering, are those the same mountains that I was seeing on the Camino San Andres on the other side? And now that I think about it, it's starting to make a lot of sense. Those are probably the ones. Oh, wow. Great view, man. Great view. Seeing the pilgrims. I guess I'm starting to hit the bubble. I'm going slow. That's how I like it. Taking lots of pictures, lots of video. Isn't that what I'm here for anyways? And with this weather, I mean, after all the rain that I got on the Via de la Plata, I'll take this any day and twice on Sundays. Woo! Loving it. What's the distance in the odometer? 198.5. Just in case I don't see the 200, because usually those round numbers people, take them. So just the plaque. So in case I don't see the 200, that will mark the spot. With all the side trips that I've done, I'm sure I have already walked over 200 kilometers. And let's enjoy the shade here in this little patch of forest before we're back out in the vineyards for the last stretch. I think in the next town we go over an overpass and we leave the vineyards behind. Sadly, and then we enter the suburbs. You know how it goes. $12.50, I'm in the town of Campo Naraya, where I just had lunch, and no, the temperature is not 27 degrees, that would be crazy. It's actually 17, so everything is off here, even that clock. Met 2 subscribers from the Philippines that have been following me since 2017, so, oh my God. Thank you so much, guys. We had a great time there, taking pictures and having a blast. I just had lunch at this restaurant next to the clock tower, talking to the guy. I was here in 2021 when I started in Ponferrada, and since I overslept, I made it to this town around lunchtime, and I had a great meal. But he bought it the year after, so in 2022. I have my little routine. When I enter the towns, I put away all the gear so I don't look so crazy. So I endure the sun here, and then as soon as I leave, the umbrella comes out, or maybe the hat comes out, or the fan. You know how it goes. All right, I think from here to Ponferrada, we're entering the suburbs. Yes, we are. We're done with the vineyards, which is too bad, but that's how it goes. I got my first "you're going the wrong way" comment, and it came from the waiter, of all people. Even though he saw me coming the other direction, he tells me, "Hey, Santiago is that way." And I go, "Yes, but Rome is this one." And we laughed and we laughed. And yeah, just one. Also, I think the days of doing the Camino with a 30 euro per day budget, those days may be long gone. The menú del días are now like hovering around the 15 euros. And you know, the albergues are between 10 and 15 as well. The prices have gone up, inflation, you know how it is. I remember in one of the bars that I stopped along the way on the Via de la Plata, just eavesdropping on the locals talking, complaining about how the price of olive oil had gone through the roof and all the prices were going up, and it's reflecting on the day-to-day out here on the Camino. Unless you're probably going to the supermarket and buying all your supplies and cooking every day, the prices are gonna be a little bit higher than they have been in years past. That's how it goes. Have you noticed that I haven't gone to the supermarkets anymore? We got plenty of support now. This just reminds me that the first time that I used an umbrella on the Camino was on this stretch over here from Ponferrada to Villafranca in 2021. I started using umbrellas on the Appalachian Trail, and then I got off of it after walking 500 miles or about 1,000 kilometers. And Spain opened its borders after the pandemic, so I came here as fast as I could, and I walked from Ponferrada to Santiago, and that's when I used an umbrella for the first time, and I haven't stopped since. And I'm not gonna stop because I love it. The river walk out of Ponferrada is gorgeous, and to have it at the end of the stage to welcome me into this great city. It's just perfect. It's poetry in motion. I've been loving all the approaches on the Camino Francés in reverse. Usually when we go the other way, we get to see the ugly side of town, the industrial section, as we enter them. But I'm getting the feeling that on the reverse is the total opposite. What is this? Oh yeah, that's from these trees. It's that white powder stuff. Come here. There it is. Thank God I'm not allergic. I think today I'm starting to look like I'm getting a little bit of color. Yes, it's getting hot. It's not 30 degrees, but it's getting up there. I'm at this albergue, which is private, which I made a reservation. Of course, I'm the first one here, and I can tell because outside the shoe rack is empty. There are multiple floors or multiple rooms like this one. So we got 2, 4, 6, 8 beds with a private bathroom over here. 2 showers, and we got locker rooms. But now I'm the first one, and they have just assigned me a bed. And which one is it? A tuck bunk bed. Why? I'm really hoping that it doesn't get full, and sometime this afternoon I can just switch over to a bottom one, because what's the point of this? It's like 3 o'clock already. Let me see. My God, 3:30, that last stretch into town. Oh, it was so hot, and the sun was just baking. And then walking through the streets, I had put away the umbrella. Oh, but that's how it goes. Let me just take a shower. There's no place to do laundry by hand here. We can do it by using the machines, but they're 10 euros. Talking about inflation, I remember in 2017 when I had to do laundry in Ponferrada, which was the most expensive laundry machine that I use, and it was only 9 euros for the washer and the dryer. And now 10 is not out of the ordinary. So there you go. Times are changing. Let's take a shower. The room at the albergue is filling up fast. The first one to show up was a pilgrim from England, from London, and the guy is crazy. He's doing 50 to 60 kilometer stages, leaving between 3 and 4 in the morning. He wants to do the entire trip in 20 days, which is a lot. We talked there for a while until 2 more pilgrims showed up. 2 Bolivians that just got off the bus here and are starting their Camino tomorrow. They're doing it on a bicycle. One is using an e-bike and the other one is just going old school. And I gave them a ton of information because they were kind of clueless. They didn't even know they needed the credencial or that they could even collect the Compostela at the end of the trip. So right now I'm here across from the castle. Gracias. I'm about to enjoy my dinner, tinto de verano, and a burger at this place, this burger, coffee, tapas, latas place that I stopped by last year with my gang. We had such a great time that I thought it was appropriate to come back for round 2. There's the castle right there across the street. I wanted to get the stamp, but I forgot my credencial at the Albergue, so it's not gonna happen. It's all right. I think I have like 2 or 3 stamps from there already. I also went to one of these shiny stores, bazaars, I think they're called. They got everything that you may want. And I got a couple of supplies for my little project that I will let you guys know the day after tomorrow, of course. What else? What else do I have? It's 6:30 already, so I'm having kind of like an early dinner. I saw the sign for McDonald's and I'm like, not today, not today. Tomorrow we have one of the shortest days on the entire trip at about 15 kilometers, but we're climbing a lot. So I decided to break it up into 2 different stages to make it easy, and since I have the time, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna leave the albergue at 9 o'clock when they're gonna kick me out, have breakfast, probably have a second breakfast around Molina Seca, and there's really nothing after that until the first town on El Bierzo, where we are right now. That's where I'm gonna be staying. And yeah, great day. Let me thank, of course, the Trail Angel of the Day. And today we have Lori Wilson. Thank you so much, Lori. I'm gonna call it. I'm calling it a day. It was incredible. I did another side mission that I wasn't counting on doing, and just got to see a couple of churches that are always closed when I'm walking that way, and that's always been one of my biggest complaints, is that all the churches are closed, and now I'm starting to see them open, or at least they have a way for you to look inside. See you guys tomorrow at 9 a.m. Be there.